Hello, so today I have with me three beautiful pens, Delike New Moon 2. And I also have this card here to commemorate the international release of the last rebuild of Evangelion movie 3.0 plus 1.01, a very beautiful ending to an amazing series that I deeply love. But now on to the pens. So the Delike New Moon 2 comes in three colors. A colorful version that is reminiscent of Australian opal, a sea blue color, dark blue, bit of shimmer, and a bit of cracked ice kind of look to it, and a wine red, which also has the shimmer and the cracked ice look to the pen. So let's go deeper into the aesthetics. We realize it's most obvious in this colorful pen that the end finial and the cap finial are made out of the same material as the resin of the body, and very beautifully the grip section is as well. So this gives the whole pen a very coherent look, made out of the same resin throughout, except for a few metal bands here and there. So let's take a closer look at the clip. It's a very stiff clip. In addition, it is folded in, so that could create some sharp edges that can catch onto the fabric of your shirt pocket. So not ideal, but it's fine. It says on the cap band, Delike New Moon. Although I gather from AliExpress that this is the New Moon 2, with the New Moon 1 being only in white and green colors, and slightly different in dimensions from this New Moon 2. I tried to swap the grip sections between the two. I don't have the New Moon 1 with me now, but it was not compatible. And the converter is also quite different between the two. So let's take a look at the inner workings of the pen. We see a number 5 Delike nib here. It's probably a medium, judging by the tipping material, and a feed that is a very standard looking number 5 feed. So although there may be visual similarities between this one, this nib, and the Jinhao number 5 nib, they're actually not compatible, right? The Jinhao number 5 nib is slightly longer and slightly wider, so it doesn't fit in this section. I tried, it doesn't work. And so, let us take a look. Unscrewing this, we see it takes a standard international converter, standard international, with a beautiful steel ring and a nice seal, which keeps the ink in the pen. And as you can see, I have a bit of inky fingers, but not because of using this pen, because I was playing around with some nib swapping earlier in the day. So, I cannot finish this video without saying what nibs are compatible with this beautiful resin material, because the Delike number 5 nibs have a certain toothiness to it, which may not be to everyone's liking. So I experimented, I tried. It seems like a TWSBI nib fits perfectly. So this is a TWSBI extra fine nib from my TWSBI Eco, which unfortunately cracked, but that's not the end, because I managed to get this nib onto this Delike pen. Fits well, flows well, beautiful. So if it is true that TWSBI nibs are made by Jowo, that suggests that other nibs made by Jowo, number 5 nibs, could be potentially compatible with this beautiful resin pen. Alright, so let's see how it writes. So what I have here, I think this nib is slightly different. You can see there's a slight bend to it. It's not a full day nib. I would call it a slightly bent nib. So let's try this first. I shall zoom in on the Rhodia pad. So Delike New Moon 2, right, with a bent nib. So you can change the line variation a bit depending on the angle. Okay, perhaps not really that much, because the bentness of this nib is really not a lot. Flex is minimal, as expected for a number 5 steel nib. Right, the ink that I have here is probably Noodler's Eel Black. There's so many pens that I kind of lose track of what inks I place in each pen. And let's take a look at the normal medium nib. So Delike New Moon 2 M nib. Once again, not much flex. It flows well. And let's take a look at my hybrid pen. Some would call it a Franken pen, but I think it's a beautiful hybrid, so perhaps I'll call it a mermaid pen instead. Because the term Frankenstein does have a negative connotation to it, doesn't it? So this is a Twist B, extra fine nib, if the camera could focus on it. So this is once again a Delike New Moon, but with a Twist B, extra fine nib. As you can see, there's no flow problems at all. So the feed is in good contact with the nib, even though this nib is not the original nib meant for this pen. And the Twist B nib is also quite a hard nail steel nib, not known for much line variation. So there you have it. I shall zoom up and show the family of Delikes. And I think it's quite appropriately named, because it is indeed a delight to behold. So the blue and the wine red and the colorful opal-like third color. I shall place it down, and you can admire these pens. They are very beautiful, and they go for around 25 Singapore dollars, so probably around 20 USD each. Well, not exactly on the cheap side, given that it's a rather small pen, but with such a beautiful resin, I'm not complaining. I mean, I got 3 for myself. So what I like about this pen would be its resin. Definitely, it's resin. And perhaps one good point that some people may like, not particularly me, but it's definitely designed to be sort of like a pocket pen. It's fairly short, fits well in the pocket. But personally, I like longer and thicker pens, as you probably will know from my previous videos. But these pens are beautiful in their own right. They're nice. You should get them. You can get them cheaply off AliExpress, and Delike nib units are sold for about $2, 2 Sing dollars, less than 2 USD on AliExpress. So if you happen to get a dart, one that doesn't write so well, you can simply swap out the nib unit and replace it with a new one. So today's Sunday. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully next week will be good for you. I knew this week was good for me because I watched the finale of my favorite anime series of all time, and I hope next week will be a good one for me as well. Goodbye.